Perfect. Awesome. Well, welcome everyone to our 2024 TD Summer Reading Club refresher for libraries. I'm Duncan Latosky, and I'm here with Penelope Dolphin. Hello, everyone. So we hope that today's session is going to have you feeling super prepared for the upcoming summer reading game, as well as introduce you to some useful tools and resources that you can use. So why don't we jump right in? And we're going to take a look at where you can find some information and resources on running the Summer Reading Club. So we'll take a look at the staff site first. And this is going to have all the information you'll need to be successful in the program this summer. Forewarning, in about mid to late summer, so not yet, but the library staff site or library staff rather, are going to be asked to create an account on the staff site. And that is to claim your individual libraries that you are responsible for the program. So we're not going to claim it under like YRL. You'll each claim your own individually. So you'll be asked to assign a staff person to administer the account, to sign up for the news feed, again, register your individual library, and then to review any roles and responsibilities for libraries and other parties that are outlined in the privacy statement that is linked on the website. Important to note that a library can only be claimed under one staff person's account. So you might want to choose like an SRC coordinator account, or maybe you have some kind of shared account at the library that can be used to create that staff account. But once you have the account, you'll be able to view and download all sorts of information about your users, including their reading progress, online activity, and things like program impact surveys. So important to know, it's going to ask you later in the summer, unable to do it at this current time. But this is the staff site, and we're going to go through a few of the different tabs here. On the home page, this is going to have all the latest news and links to a staff site orientation. So if you're new to the site, you might want to watch this video. Under About, we have all sorts of information about the program, as well as information about the artist that is participating in the program as well. Because every year they have an artist, I believe, that they bring in to design all of the imagery and branding for the Summer Reading Club. All right. If we go to the SRC brand tab, this just has some brand information, like who their audience is, what the Summer Reading Program is, how it works. So if you're looking to get a little bit more in depth, especially into their brand guidelines, which is linked down here, this is super in-depth, actually. But it goes into the intention behind their logo, how to use the logo, and all that really specific branding information. All right. Under Run the Program, and all of these drop-downs link on the left-hand side here. So if you see me skipping them, they're all here for us to access as well. But this is going to have information about running the actual program itself. There is a registration form on here that you can use. And I can't find it. Oh, here we go. So there's like a registration list that you can download. Let's see if we can open that up. And there's all sorts of other printable elements under this Run the Program tab that just make it much easier to get started with the program. So you can have a list for your staff to write down the first name, age, and all sorts of other information. You can add columns to this as well. There's also a part about submitting statistics under this tab. And we'll talk a little bit about this later. But before the end of September, you will need to complete a short statistic survey for your library. And there is some example ones from the previous year that you can take a look at that show what kind of questions are actually going to be asked. There we go. It's not very long. It's only a few pages. But just important to be aware of so you know what kind of stats to keep throughout the summer as you're running the program. There's also information on awards that your library can win through the TD SRC program. And so these recognize things like innovative reading programs. There's also an accessibility award you can apply for. So if you are interested in applying for one of these, and the application form will be updated here. But if you're interested in applying for these and you do want some support from YRL, you can contact us and we can help you fill out the form and apply, because it'd be great to see some YRL representation win these awards. All right. Let's move on to resources. So this is going to have all sorts of templates and activities that you can use to run the program, or programmers to run the program specifically. There's all the images that the contracted artist will have done for the program. So these can be used for like social media, or maybe you're making some kind of graphics or posters that you want to use to advertise the program. There's coloring pages and even image files for the logos. Actually, this is a really cool part of this page too. They have these 3D print files. So if you're a library with a 3D printer, and you know how this works, you can download these print files and they will you'll be able to print out customized TD Summer Reading Club objects. So there's like a top, you can do like a little Lego keychain, a book report spinner. So I've never seen this before. I don't know if this is new for this year or not, but that caught my eye. All right. This is our news tab. So this is going to be all the latest information and ongoings about the Summer Reading Club. So you can scroll through here and kind of see what's currently been updated. If you scroll to the very bottom, there we go. This is how you sign up for those email updates. So I would suggest the staff member or the staff account that signs up for the Summer Reading Program staff site. As an admin, I would also sign up for these email updates, and that'll just keep you informed on anything that's going on throughout the summer. And this last tab is going to have the contact information for the program coordinators for each of the provinces. So if you scroll down to Alberta, we have our coordinator, Larissa McLeod, and you have her contact information. But you can always contact YRL and we can try to help troubleshoot the issue before you take contacting the coordinator. All right, so that's the staff site. Again, the admin accounts will be, you'll be requested to make one later in the summer. If we click into the kids site, there's actually a new kids website that is launching this summer, and it's launching on June 10th, so in a couple of weeks here. So this site is actually not complete. There's just the broad categories right now, but more is going to be added onto the site, and it's going to be a lot more comprehensive. I believe you can make an account right now on the kids site. I would personally wait until the new site is completely rolled out, and then you can have access to everything, and hopefully there's no issues when you do sign up. So again, it's not quite ready, but there is all sorts of things you can click on. So on stuff to do, these are things for the kiddos to do. We have like web comics, jokes, there's coloring sheets down here. I think there's some story starters, yeah, right here. And then different videos that highlight some authors and illustrators. And some of these are going to be in the recommended reads list, I believe, on the kids' website as well. Clicking on books is going to bring us to a few different categories. Again, it's hard to tell because more is going to be added, but this is what we currently have. We have some staff picks. There's like a battle of the books. And I believe there's going to be multiple rounds of this throughout the summer. So participants can come on and choose who they want to win the book battle. And then there's going to be an ebook section as well. And right now there's only one, but I'm going to imagine that more will be added. So that's also an interesting part of this. Now, there are some new features that will be added to the kids site that was actually announced in one of the news updates. And that is that kids are going to be able to comment and reply to each other's comments on the site. So it's going to increase interactivity with the program. They did note, however, that all the kids' submitted content is going to be moderated before it is published. That's a good thing to know so that kids aren't just randomly commenting on the site. And then under their account, they will be able to track their time spent reading if they choose to do so. So more to come. June 10th is when the full site will be launched.
Hey, so I'm just going to quickly go through the Summer Reading Club, the print materials that hopefully you all have received. I sent them all out, so if you haven't received them, something's gone terribly wrong. Please contact us. But hopefully you've all received them. So it's pretty similar to last year. We've got the pre-reader and school-age notebooks. So the pre-readers are more geared towards pre-readers, kids who don't know how to read yet. So they're geared towards the parents to help learn literacy tips and build literacy with their kids. And then the school-age notebooks are a little bit more independent. We have the stickers and the web access stickers like last year, and the big difference is, actually, if you can go to the next slide, I'll show it, is we have, instead of last year, I think we had like a foldable bookmark thing that was an owl. This year we have an gamograph, which is a new word I've recently learned. And you can see it there. It's a folding activity where you kind of fold it sort of like you would a fan. And if you look at it from one direction, it will be daytime. So the image that you can see there, and then the other, if you look at it the other direction, it should look like the nighttime scene. They're a little bit tricky. You might need to help some of your patrons with them. You kind of have to have really crisp folds to make them work. It's a little bit less intuitive than I think the bookmarks were last year. So you might need to, you know, practice yourself before you start helping patrons. So that's definitely a new change. We have the poster, which is pretty self-explanatory. And then the recommended reads brochure, which you can see there. So you can hand these out, but you could also unfold it and display if you want to advertise some of these books in your library as well. So that's a great way to advertise. The recommended reads brochure and the gamographs are great things to hand out prior to the summer reading club, to schools or day camps, anywhere you want to get people hooked and coming to your library. And then the notebooks and the stickers are generally for during the summer reading club for those who are participating.
All right, so supporting your summer reading club with books. So there are some different recommended reads lists, both on the staff site and the kids site. And we can click into these. I don't think we looked at these ones yet. So these are some current books, I believe, that you might want to advertise, bring into the library to help promote the summer reading club. Staff site, and then we also have ones from the kids site. They have like the name, the title, the age range, and just a little description. So that can be fun too, to go through the lists with participants and then help them place holds on the following titles, get them excited about the program. I think we mentioned the brochure already, but it does come in English and French, is what is mentioned here, and has information for parents and caregivers about the importance of summer reading, how to participate, reading tips, and how to find SRC online. And there's also a digital bilingual version available. And so that can be printed off as well. All right, and then we have some YRL created book lists that can also help to support the summer reading program. So these are recommended reads that are available within TrackPack. And so a lot of these are from those lists. So we have a lot of them already, which is a bonus. And it has what the age ranges, 9 to 12, 6 to 8, and 0 to 5. We also have a list of professional development titles for summer programming. So these can be really helpful when your programmers or whoever is doing the actual programming for the summer reading club is coming up with ideas. So like teen programs, escape rooms, physical literacy programs, especially in the summer, it's hot outside. So I would definitely check out this list as well. And both of those are available on the YRL website. We've also created a purchase list in the CCD tool. So this is a list of those recommended reads from the SRC that we've compiled into a CCD list that you're able to purchase with allotment funds. Again, what I love about CCD is that it actually tells you whether or not Track owns a copy of it. So I would always keep your eye out on these bottom sections here. Super easy to purchase.
Hey, and for the CCD one, there also is, if you scroll a lot further down on the CC, there's a French one with just the French titles. So if you are one of our more bilingual libraries, you can pick up some French titles as well. There's probably a lot less of those in Track. It would be a separate list though, not within the same list. Somewhere in there.
Anyway.
If you look, you will find it. It is, I think, one of the only French lists we have right now, so. Another way you can support your summer reading club is if you use Beanstack with your library members. That's a great way to get them involved. So if you're unfamiliar with Beanstack, it's one of the e-resources that we have available for our libraries. It allows patrons to create an account, they can enter challenges, they can log their reading, they can earn badges for reading or completing fun little activities. And they can add friends and compete with their friends to see who can read the most. So it's a nice way to sort of add another gamification aspect to the summer reading club. So they do have TD Summer Reading Club challenges that they've created that match pretty well with the logbooks. They are broken into pre-reader and school age, and there are also English and French challenges. Instead of measuring how much you read, they are filled with fun little activities. These are additional to the activities you would find in the logbook. So you would get a badge for creating instruments out of items you found in your house, or writing another ending to your favorite book. That kind of stuff. So it is more engagement than is built into the logbook. So just, again, additional engagement on top of that. And it is yet another place where there is the list of all the recommended reads. So that is synchronous across everything so far. If you want to personalize the challenge for your library, you can create a drawing for your library. So this would be like a drawing for prizes. You can attach it to that pre-created challenge on Beanstack, the TD SRC challenge, and then make it so that it is specific to your library and your patrons. So if it would be based off of badges, if they got a badge for creating an instrument, that would be an entry into the draw. And then you can pull winners whenever you like and get their information into an Excel sheet and give them good prizes. So if you are interested in Beanstack, you maybe haven't used it yet, you can create an account at our Beanstack page, which is www.yrl.beanstack.org. or you can access it through the e-resource list on your website. And then you have to email us at askyRL@yrl.ab.ca for your backend access. That will give you admin access to do things like create drawings and monitor how much patrons are reading. We also have a Niche Academy tutorial, and Beanstack has its own training sessions available on its website as well, if you want to get started with it. Okay, so statistics and reporting, we talked a little bit about earlier. Just give me 1 second here. So we are not exactly sure what they're going to ask for, but we're assuming it will be the same as last year generally. They haven't released it yet. But this is where that registration form that you can download on the website comes in handy, because it will ask you number of registered children by their age group, the number of programs that you ran in support of the TD SRC, and how many patrons generally attended each one, as well as any promotional visits that you made, whether it's schools, day camps, festivals, etc. Any testimonials that patrons may give you about the program, and then your own personal satisfaction with the program, how well you thought the website was or the support was, that kind of stuff. And then there are also surveys for kids and parents that you can get them to complete as well. Those are also available on the website. And we will also be sending our own little mini survey at the end of the year, asking for your feedback, any suggestions you might have for us with how we supported you during this, and any success stories and photos you want to share. Statistics are good to fill out if you would like to get the perks for next year's summer reading club. So they're often a requirement for any of the extra services they add. This year, in order to get one of the story walks, you would have had to have completed your statistics last year and submitted them. And if you want to be eligible for a library award, which we really hope you do, you will also need to submit your statistics. This year, we will be getting all our libraries to submit their statistics individually. It's just a little bit cleaner that way. So you should get a email, whoever your contact is should get an email sometime in September about submitting statistics. So this will be after the program is fully completed and you've already forgot about it. So hopefully you were recording your statistics as you go in that form they have.
All right, so now we're going to turn the tables on all of you and open up a bit of a round table. So we'd love to ask, what plans have you already put in place for the upcoming summer reading program? If anyone wants to share anything that they have planned already for the summer. Or if you have questions for YRL specifically, or any of the other libraries, we'd love to hear them too.
All right, I think I've allowed you to talk, Katrina. Yeah, if anyone wants to talk, just throw the hand up and we'll hit the special button that lets you talk.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
I requested the breakout kit because there's like a Jupiter landing scenario for the breakout kit. So we're going to have that running for 2 weekends alongside the SRC club.
Awesome. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about the like space theme. That's great. That totally ties in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of kits. Sounds like the breakout kit might be booked for a bit, but we still have some kits available during the summer. A lot of people have already got their bookings in, but we do provide programming kits to help you. If you wanted to check those out, they're on our intranet.
We have a outer space storytime kit too, don't we?
yeah, we do have a, I think it's space, yeah. I think we have a storytime kit.
Yeah.
It's either space or Earth, but it's sort of space adjacent.
Works with the theme.
Yes, yeah. Kyle says July 24th is the 55th anniversary of the moon landing. Oh,
Very
yeah,
cool.
making a theme day around that with the SRC space theme would be really awesome.
It's a really good idea, actually.
Yeah. Michelle, we are going to do an adult reading game in Beaumont. I'd like to offer Beanstack. Yes, we can change it to, Michelle's asking if we can change it to number of books or pages instead of minutes. You can change the, what they're logging depending on the challenge. I can absolutely talk to you about that. It sounds like it would, if it's an adult reading, it would not be a TD SRC challenge, but a different challenge. So feel free to reach out to me about that and we can get you started with your own more personalized challenge on Beanstack. That's awesome though.
Nice.
Anyone have any questions, comments?
Well, I'm excited to see what everyone gets into over the summer. I think it's going to be, it's a really fun theme and it's very
Yes.
flexible. And yeah, feel free to share.
I always love seeing what everyone's up to during the summer. Summers are like a crazy whirlwind and you guys get up to so much stuff and it's so amazing to like come down in September and kind of take stock of what everyone has done. But if you need any support during, you know where to find us. Our summers are pretty slow, not like y'all's. We've had audio problems. Yes. So we are recording this, Devin. I don't know if you can hear me right now. I will add this to the chat. We are recording this. We're going to upload it sometime before the end of the week and we'll send out a link to everyone and it should go up on our YouTube page. Oh no. Yeah, I'm sure the closed captions are maybe not the most accurate. So yes, this is being recorded. Hopefully the audio sounds crystal clear in the recording.
I think the closed captions are a best effort.
Oh, Melissa, we will be running a weekly drop-in program with crafts and projects that tie to the theme, like a bottle rocket experiments, etc., and hoping to have a literacy support program that uses the SRC books to encourage reading over the summer. That is amazing. Yeah, I feel
Cool.
like a weekly program where you're pretty consistent with the drop-in because not everyone's here every week is always a good way to run it. And then having different fun crafts and projects each time, it just keeps it fresh. Oh, Kyle is trying to figure out a reading activity to associate with. But the NASA site has the calculations for reducing the solar system to town scale. Oh, a basketball is the sun and is inside the library. Pluto is the tip of a pinhead and is our local co-op. Looking into a geocaching exploring activity to explore the solar system. But as mentioned, still don't have a reading component. I think there are some of the recommended reads that are nonfiction. I don't know if you want to do a nonfiction with that or if you would want to do, but the list of recommended reads, they're all pretty much space themed. There's a couple like fantasy ones, but they're mainly space themed. There's a lot of good nonfiction ones that are pretty interesting that might go into solar system facts and stuff like that.
You could tie each planet into a genre.
Oh, that would be
every time they find a planet, it's like, oh, I have to read Western or fantasy. Like the solar system idea. All right. Well, if that's it, thank you everyone for attending. This was really fun. I love hearing all the ideas. And like we said, we're excited to see what everyone gets up to over the summer. We'll be checking out all the websites and social medias.
Yes, yeah, we'll be stalking you on Facebook, don't worry.
All right. All right, we will end it here then. Thanks again, and we will hope to see you at the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Thank you.
take care, everyone.